Big movements in CASTOR Maritime Incorporated stock price on Friday, moving 11.75% between high and low, updated on January 8, 2021. Buy or hold candidate since December 14, 2020 gain 18.33% PDF. The CASTOR Maritime Incorporated stock price fell by -18.48% on the last day, Friday, January 8, 2021, from 24 cents to 20 cents. During the day the stock fluctuated 11.75% from a day low at 17 cents to a day high of 20 cents. The price has been going up and down for this period, and there has been an 18.83% gain for the last 2 weeks. Volume has increased on the last day by 197 million shares but on falling prices. This may be an early warning and the risk will be increased slightly over the next couple of days. In total, 284 million shares were bought and sold for approximately $55.39 million. The stock lies in the middle of a very wide and strong rising trend in the short term, and a further rise within the trend is signaled. Given the current short-term trend, the stock is expected to rise 30.01% during the next 3 months and, with a 90% probability, hold a price between 21 cents and 34 cents at the end of this 3-month period. Signals and forecast. The CASTOR Maritime Incorporated stock holds a sell signal from the short-term moving average. At the same time, however, there is a buy signal from the long-term average. Since the short-term average is above the long-term average, there is a general buy signal in the stock, giving a positive forecast for the stock. On further gains, the stock will meet resistance from the short-term moving average at approximately 22 cents. On a fall, the stock will find some support from the long-term average at approximately 18 cents. A break up through the short-term average will send a buy signal, whereas a breakdown through the long-term average will send a sell signal. Furthermore, there is a buy signal from the 3 months moving average convergence divergence, MACD. Some negative signals were issued as well, and these may have some influence on the near short-term development. A sell signal was issued from a pivot top point on Tuesday, January 5, 2021, and so far it has fallen -25.57%. Further fall is indicated until a new bottom pivot has been found. Volume rose on falling prices yesterday. This may be an early warning and the stock should be followed more closely. Support, risk and stop loss. CASTOR Maritime Incorporated finds support from accumulated volume at 19 cents, and this level may hold a buying opportunity as an upwards reaction can be expected when the support is being tested. 19 cents, 20 cents, 22 cents. The stock may move very much during a day, volatility, and with a very large prediction interval from the Bollinger Band. The stock is considered to be very high risk. During the last day, the stock moved 2 cents between high and low, or 11.75%. For the last week, the stock has had a daily average volatility of 21.47%. Our recommended stop loss, 19 cents, minus 4.90%. This stock has very high daily movements and this gives very high risk. There is a sell signal from a pivot top found 3 days ago. Is CASTOR Maritime Incorporated stock a buy? Several short-term signals, along with a general good trend, are positive, and we conclude that the current level may hold a buying opportunity as there is a fair chance for CASTOR Maritime Incorporated stock to perform well in the short term. Current score, 1.148. Predicted opening price for CASTOR Maritime Incorporated of Monday, January 11, 2021. The predicted opening price is based on yesterday's movements between high, low, and the closing price. Fair opening price January 11, 2021. Current price 19 cents. CASTOR Maritime, Inc. engages in acquiring, owning, chartering, and operating dry bulk vessels. It provides seaborne transportation services for dry bulk cargo including iron ore, coal, and grain, collectively referred to as major bulks, and steel products, fertilizers, cement, bauxite, sugar, and scrap metal, collectively referred to as minor bulks. CTRM is undervalued compared to its price of 20 cents per share, has well below average safety, and is currently rated a hold. Recommendation, REC, hold. REC reflects the cumulative effect of all the vector vest parameters working together. These parameters are designed to help investors buy safe, undervalued stocks rising in price. Value. Current price, 20 cents. Current value, 30 cents. CTRM has a current value of 30 cents per share, compared to a price of 20 cents per share. This stock is currently undervalued. Value is computed from forecasted earnings per share, forecasted earnings growth, profitability, interest, and inflation rates. Upside potential, relative value/RV, Good RV is an indicator of long-term price appreciation potential. CTRM has an RV of 1.17, which is good on a scale of 0.00 to 2.00. This indicator is far superior to a simple comparison of price and value because it is computed from an analysis of projected price appreciation 3 years out, AAA corporate bond rates, and risk. Safety, relative safety/Rs, very poor Rs is an indicator of risk. CTRM has an Rs rating of 0.30, which is very poor on a scale of 0.00 to 2.00. Rs is computed from an analysis of the consistency and predictability of a company's financial performance, debt-to-equity ratio, sales volume, business longevity, price volatility, and other factors. Timing, relative timing/RT, fair RT analyzes a stock's price trend. CTRM has a relative timing of 1.08, which is fair on a scale of 0.00 to 2.00. RT is computed from an analysis of the direction, magnitude, and dynamics of a stock's price movements day over day, week over week, quarter over quarter and year over year. If a trend dissipates, RT will gravitate toward 1.00. Overall rating, value safety timing/VST, fair VST is the master indicator for ranking every stock in the VectorVest database. CTRM has a VST rating of 0.93, which is fair on a scale of 0.00 to 2.00. VST is computed from the square root of a weighted sum of the squares of RV, Rs, and RT. Stocks with the highest VST ratings have the best combinations of value, safety and timing. Stop price, 17-cent stop is an indicator of when to sell a position. CTRM has a stop of 17 cents per share. A stock stop is computed from a 13-week moving average of its closing prices, and is fine-tuned according to the stock's fundamentals. CI, Comfort Index, very poor CI is an indicator which reflects a stock's ability to resist severe and/or lengthy price declines. CTRM has a CI rating of 0.13, which is very poor on a scale of 0.00 to 2.00. CI is based solely upon a stock's long-term price history. GRT, Earnings Growth Rate. GRT reflects a company's 1 to 3 year forecasted earnings growth rate in percent per year. CTRM has a forecasted earnings growth rate of 25.00%, which VectorVest considers to be excellent. EPS, Earnings per share. EPS stands for leading 12 months earnings per share. CTRM has a forecasted EPS of 3 cents per share. VectorVest determines this forecast from a combination of recent earnings performance and traditional fiscal and/or calendar year earnings forecasts. P/E, price to earnings ratio. P/E shows the dollars required to buy $1 of earnings. CTRM has a P/E of 6.50. The average P/E of all the stocks in the VectorVest database is 62.12. EY, earnings yield. EY reflects earnings per share as a percent of price. CTRM has an EY of 15.38%. This is above the current average of 1.61% for all the stocks in the VectorVest database. GPE, growth to P/E ratio. CTRM has a GPE rating of 3.85. A stock is commonly considered to be undervalued when GPE is greater than 1.00. DIV, dividend. VectorVest reports annual, regular, cash dividends as indicated by the most recent payments. Special distributions, one-time payments, stock dividends, etc., are not generally included in DIV. CTRM does not pay a dividend. DY, dividend yield. DY reflects dividend per share as a percent of price. CTRM does not pay a dividend, so it does not have a dividend yield rating. DY equals 100x, DIV/price. It is useful to compare DY with EY. If DY is not significantly lower than EY, the dividend payment may be in jeopardy. DS, Dividend Safety. DS is an indicator of the assurance that regular cash dividends will be declared and paid at current or at higher rates for the foreseeable future. CTRM does not pay a dividend, so it does not have a dividend safety rating. Stocks with DS values above 75 typically have Rs values well above 1.00 and EY levels that are much higher than DYDG. Dividend growth rate. Dividend growth is a forecasted annual growth rate of a company's dividend based on historical dividend payments and dividend predictability. It is a subtle yet important indicator of a company's financial performance. It also provides some insight into the board's outlook on the company's ability to increase earnings. CTRM does not pay a dividend, so it does not have a dividend growth rating. YSG, YSG vector. YSG is an indicator which combines DY, DS, and DG into a single value, and allows direct comparison of all dividend-paying stocks in the database. CTRM does not pay a dividend, so it does not have a YSG rating. Stocks with the highest YSG values have the best combinations of dividend yield, safety and growth. These are the stocks to buy for somewhat above current income and long-term growth. Average vol. Average vol is the 50-day moving average of daily volume as computed by VectorVest. CTRM has an average vol of 30,542,330 shares traded per day. Percent vol. Percent vol reflects the percent change in today's trading volume as compared to the average vol. Percent vol equals volume, average vol, / average vol, *100. CTRM had a percent vol of 830.04% on Friday, January 8, 2021. PRC, CTRM price changed -18.48% from the prior day's closing price. Sales, CTRM has annual sales of 10 million. Sales growth. Sales growth is the sales growth rate in percent over the last 12 months. CTRM has a sales growth of -2.00% per year. This is very poor. Sales per share, SBS. CTRM has annual sales of 8 cents per share. Price to sales ratio, P/S. CTRM has a P/S of 2.34. Shares, CTRM has 131 million shares of stock outstanding. Market capitalization, CTRM has a market capitalization of 25 million. Business sector, CTRM has been assigned to the transportation business sector. VectorVest classifies stocks into over 200 industry groups and 40 business sectors. Industry group, CTRM has been assigned to the transportation, ship, industry group. VectorVest classifies stocks into over 200 industry groups and 40 business sectors.